We are glad that you would join us for another video. Today we'll be discussing the DMI, also known as the Daily Moral Inventory. It is a tool that helps identify certain attitudes we have expressed throughout the previous day. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, be sure to do so by clicking on the button or at the end of the video. The DMI is a tool we recommend and utilize for the one recovering from addiction, as well as the family members of the one in recovery. When used consistently and properly, this resource acts as a mirror, giving us valuable insight about what motivates our behavior by training our minds to be more aware of our way of thinking. Ephesians 4:23 says we are to be renewed in the spirit of our minds. In a chemically dependent family, it is common to see the problems of others instead of recognizing them in one's own self. If we are truly honest, we will see that we spend very little effort monitoring our individual attitudes, actions, and reactions. The reason is that most family members pick up the same traits as those with addictions by using defense mechanisms such as denial, blame, projection, rationalization, and other characteristics. These mechanisms can blind someone of their own character defects, but is quick to point them out in others. What character faults we tend to pick out in others is also ones we struggle to overcome ourselves. For a dysfunctional family to experience any degree of healing or restoration, they must first begin looking at themselves. This is not often something done naturally, but it is a learned discipline. First, we need to become still before God. This is accomplished by allotting for daily quiet time to focus on prayer and meditation. Prayer is an inner journey that draws us close to God. It is communication with God, taking time to talk and listen. Another important factor is journaling. It is important to write down the impressions God gives us or the emotions and thoughts that we are experiencing. We can use the journal later as reference to see the struggles we encountered and how we overcame the challenges. So exactly how can one conduct a DMI on themselves? Using a provided chart, we simply inventory the last 24 hours of our life to record both the positive and negative attitudes. We think about our relationship or things troubling our mind and heart. We need to look beyond the offenses caused by others and examine our own reactions expressed due to someone else's behavior. When we look at the DMI sheet, we see a list of negative attitudes on the left, a list of positive attitudes on the right. Along the top of the chart are 31 columns for each day of the month, one sheet per month. Beginning with day 1, we move along each row and mark if you either had a positive or negative for that specific attitude. For example, yesterday, did I have self-pity or did I experience serenity? There will be a check mark by the one of the attitudes you experienced. Then move on to the next attitude listed. After completing the DMI and an honest evaluation, we need to take our negative reactions to God in prayer and ask Him to help us in our defects while thanking Him for the positive ones we experienced. In summary, the DMI will help us reflect on the attitudes that we can change in ourselves, rather than looking at trying to change the faults in others. If we are proactive and consistent in this process with prayer, we will begin to see God change our mindset and how we see ourselves and others. Provided below are links to download your own DMI sheet and instructions to get started today. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe to our channel for the latest releases and be sure to watch our other videos. If you are on social media, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, remember to live free.